How's it going?
1600 done. I think that took me 647.
Okay.
But yeah, it was rough.
We got next.
It's 400 meter reps and then another 1600 meter rep. So last 400 meter, then we're gonna go into the last 1600 meter rep, and then we're done. We're on the last 1600 meter rep. I can definitely feel that burning, but we're gonna finish it and be done. I did a podcast episode about the science behind lactic acid and that burning sensation in your legs. And that is exactly what I've been fearing since Battersea 10K. So I have a 5K in 3 weeks and I need to face this fear. Okay, so 4 months ago, I ran Battersea 10K and it was a bit of a to say the least. I went out, I did the typical thing where you go out way too tough.
Feeling
Good.
Honestly, she's not bad.
Try not to sign up for a race last minute. It really hurt for the last 5K, and that really sucks in a 10K for like the last half. Ever since then, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't afraid of that burning sensation, and I feel like for that reason, I haven't truly been pushing myself that hard. Now with marathon training, I didn't feel like I needed to push that like shorter distance sort of 5K, 10K pace. Now that we're training for a 5K that's in 3 weeks time, I have to face that fear of facing that burning sensation. I am someone who has been now distance running for about 4 years, and I'm at a point where I really want to learn more about the sport of running. I am excited to hopefully take you along on that journey and hopefully use this YouTube channel to kind of share what I learn as well. Today we're going to learn about what lactic acid is, because I don't know what it is and I'm learning about it for the first time. I did a whole podcast episode sharing about it, so I'm going to talk to you about the same research articles that I use to learn about that. Lactic acid is a byproduct that our bodies produce as an additional source of energy. When working out, your muscles require a whole lot of energy and your body uses oxygen as its main source of energy, known as aerobic energy. But when workouts are really intense, your body isn't always able to produce enough energy through just oxygen alone, and that's where lactic acid comes in. Essentially means that when you've been running for a while and you reach the end of your aerobic capabilities, when your body has run out of the capacity to use oxygen for energy, in order to catch up with the demands of intense exercise, your body will produce lactate, otherwise known as anaerobic energy, and using lactate as an energy source doesn't require oxygen for the conversion process. But unfortunately, it's easy for excess lactate to build up in your bloodstreams. Excess lactate creates its own product of hydrogen ions that make your blood more acidic, making it harder for your muscle fibers to contract properly. As a result, you're probably more prone to muscle fatigue and that all too familiar burning pain as you run, which is exactly what I just felt on this track session. Let's also talk about what is lactate threshold, because I swear I've heard this terminology so much in the running world. I hear my coach use it, I hear Gabriel use it, and I never know what it means. means. Lactate threshold is essentially the fastest speed that you can run that allows your body to produce and clear out lactate at an equal rate, keeping your blood lactate levels steady. It indicates the point where your body switches from using aerobic to anaerobic energy. So if you're running at a lower intensity, you're training under your lactate threshold because your body is still able to use oxygen as its primary source of energy. Once your body hits the point where it needs to rely more on lactate for its energy, you've started training over your lactate threshold. And ultimately, with training your lactate threshold, the goal is to hit your lactate threshold and maintain that speed without tipping the scales in favor of excess lactate production. That way, your body will be able to train at high intensities for a longer period of time without feeling the burnout. This is why we do workouts like tempo workouts, to train our bodies at that lactate threshold, and that is exactly what I was hoping to do with today's session, and we did just so. I did a 2-mile warm-up. We went into that first 1600 meter rep, and that one felt good, and that felt more like just getting into that steady, faster pace. And then the 400 meter reps definitely did hurt. They were easier, but yeah, they hurt. And then having to then do another 1600 meter rep after all of the 400 meter reps was really hard. I feel like that was definitely the point where I definitely hit that threshold point and my legs really felt it. I actually stopped at the second lap of the 4 laps of the 1600 meters. Lactic acid is really hitting. I'm gonna be honest, I stopped on my last 1600 meter rep. My legs feel so just like noodles. Honestly, it's burning. And I needed a second, because I feel like for me it gets to a point where my legs feel like that burning sensation, but they also feel like almost like a noodly, like they just feel like noodles, and feel like I'm almost like about to collapse. And so I feel like I don't know if I should have pushed through that, or I should have like taken a break and just like caught my breath. But I'm excited to continue training, working to that lactate threshold and training my lactate threshold so that we can work more in that anaerobic rather than aerobic pace and running kind of tempo work. And yeah, we've got a 5K in 3 weeks time. It's an all women's 5K and 10K. It's a run through UK event. I'm excited to run it. My friend Fiona English is pacing me, so we'll see if I can get a PB, but I'm excited to take you along. And for the next few weeks we'll focus on some more like speedier work, and why that's also important in the grand scheme of things for Chicago Marathon 2024. I'm on 4% battery, but if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below what videos you'd like to see next, and make sure to subscribe because I come out with new videos every single week. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. And if you want to hear more about this topic, I have a whole podcast episode on it. I'll link it in the description box below. I will see you in the next video. Bye!